know about it. I'm in that market. I can be passionate about it. I know what the pain points are. And I've tried a bunch of different things, so when you try a bunch of different products, you know what works from each of those different products, and then you can kind of combine those together. But the benefit of starting with people is that you know what those pain points are that I mentioned. And when you start with people, you can really uh, reach out to those people and find out what they really, really want and what we're looking for. It's kind of like a focus group, if you will, people to test out things. So, because you always want to make sure the product that you're creating and using the people is something that they want and need, and that there's a pain point around it, and something that they're willing to pay for. So I always recommend start with people first, and then after you get the people, then there's the product, and then there's the platform. And so the people, we just talked about the product, is clearly the product that you're selling, and then the platform is the sales platform. Those are the three things that you need if you're going to have a successful brand. You need a place to sell it.
Yeah, do you find that sometimes people get this idea for a product and they're really committed to it, even though perhaps maybe it's not what people want? Do you find that sometimes you have to kind of talk people back from a product that they're committed to, and steer them towards a different direction that would probably be more successful?
I do, and it happens often because what happens is people see a hot product out there, and so they just want to jump on the bandwagon of selling a hot product. And it's understandable, if something, rivers flow, and you want to just jump in and get your piece of it. So it could be a vitamin C serum, from a couple years ago, and vitamin C serums are probably still doing well to this day, but if you try to jump in that sea of people selling vitamin C serums, it's really hard for you to differentiate yourself. You need something unique about you and your product that's going to stand out, that's going to make people leave the product that they have, or leave or not buy the product that has 100,000 reviews because they've been selling it for so long. They're buying it in big quantities so they can sell it for $2, where you're not going to be able to do that because you're just starting out buying a few of them. So the way to differentiate yourself is to focus on something where there's a real need, where you can build an audience and a community around it. And then once you've done that, then you could sell a product for $25 or $35 because the product speaks to a pain point. The people, the people in the group like it. It's not just some copycat Me Too product. And all of those things make it much, much easier to stand out and be different, because at the end of the day, what's another vitamin C serum going to do? But if you have a specific problem, a product that treats, let's say, eczema, for example, eczema in kids, then you can charge what you want to charge for that. And you can speak to the pain of the mothers that are experiencing it, the pain of the kids, because it can be painful or can't go outside, or whatever the case may be. Then it's not just another copycat product. You really have something that's helpful in the market.
Yes, as they say, Scott, the riches are in the niches, and often people are scared to niche down because they feel like they're going to be missing out on market share in a more general sense, but it's rarely the case. And I really like that idea of what Scott mentioned, was focus on an ailment, and then build your product and brand around a particular niche ailment, and you're really going to stand out to people affected by that, and you will not be, making the mistake of not standing out to anyone, which is a bad idea. That's awesome, Scott. And what do people do if they want to have a chat to you and they say, Scott, I've got this idea for a skincare brand and I want to find out what to do? What happens next if people want to visit your website and get in touch with you? What can they expect?